Play from the corner, rattled out the three. The Spurs, the best defensive team in the NBA. Warriors, the highest scoring team in the NBA. Kawhi Leonard is fouled. Mike Callahan, Scott Twardowski, and James Williams blowing the whistles tonight. Kawhi Leonard, year 5, has improved his free throw percentage by 10%. Has improved his three-point shooting by 10%.
Remarkable.
Greg Popovich, with 18 straight playoff appearances. There has been 221 NBA coaching changes since Greg Popovich was hired in San Antonio.
Back in 1996.
And as we both know, was a former assistant with the Golden State Warriors and Don Nelson, who gave him his first opportunity.
He stepped into a nice situation. David Robinson coming in and Tim ducking, and they just have been winning ever since.
Bob will have a birthday on Thursday and be 67 years of age. 116 straight with a three, tracking down Kyle Korver with 127 for the NBA record. Bogut bothered Parker, and the Warriors look to push.
This is what they want to do. They want to push the pace.
Play front iron.
They want to wear out David West, LaMarcus Aldridge.
And it's Danny Green, unable to finish the dunk, but he stole the ball back. Parker takes less than 1-3 a game, and he rails that one. Parker's at 41%, but over the years has stopped shooting threes.
That's his 15th made this year in the 44 games. Like you say, it doesn't take many. Leonard's ball handling's improved as well.
Curry coming up with a steal. One-on-one on Parker behind the back to flip it up and in!
Does anybody off the dribble in a one-on-one situation get to the rim as well as Stephen Curry and finish with either hand? It just makes it look very comfortable and very easy.
You can feel the building pulsate even in the early going. They respond to the skill and poetry of Curry in motion.
Yeah, boy! Base, how low can you go? Death row? What a brother, no. Once again, back is the incredible rhyme animal, the uncannibal D. Public enemy #1, 5-0 set freeze. And I got numb. Can I tell them that I really never had a gun? But it's the wax that the Terminator X fun. Now they got me in a cell, put my records they sell, cause a brother like me.
The score. I spoke with Andre Iguodala, a leader of the second unit, and he said they don't have as much firepower as the first unit, so they must focus on moving the ball and then attacking, getting to the second and third options and counters of their offense.
Raj, you're so right. The Spurs bench, 42 points, 50% shooting. That's #1 in both categories. They sub in. Look at Curry with another steal.
Well, this is unlike San Antonio. That's the third turnover of the game for them in less than 5 minutes.
So in points, shooting, and assists, and the depth, both teams are incredibly deep. Leonard takes a turn on Harrison Barnes this time. Curry another three with a rebound off the Aldridge miss. Steph attacking and terminated the dribble. You saw Leonard recover. And you see Leonard steal the skip pass. He's elite.
But the ball is moving. It's hopping tonight. The Warriors know they've got to pass and move and make return passes. You don't stop that.
No. That's a former Finals MVP and the Defensive Player of the Year who's now become an elite shooter, and Steve Kerr takes time. 4:09 in a scintillating first quarter. The two best teams in the league have not disappointed. And Kawhi Leonard, you see the skill set at age 24 getting better and better. And for the Warriors in the open floor, trying to run the older Spurs.
Perrón.
To the basket.
We're going to keep an eye on how San Antonio, the best team in the NBA, defends that high screen roll, because the Warriors running a lot.
I don't think they'll come out and double team.
Right there, Steph just split the double before it could get there.
And he was the facilitator. That draws defenders. When you have dribble drive penetration, it draws defenders. They just missed the shot.
Nobly with Ezeli standing tall.
Curry's ball handling skills couldn't get him in the same position.
Festus, little
back to get to the ball.
Yeah, they're going to call it a foul instead of a jump ball. Becomes the Warriors' third team foul. Spurs have committed 3 as well.
I can see how they would assess that. I'd buy that. He did not have position to get to the ball.
Kawhi Leonard post up. He's just become lethal offensively. I don't know how in year 5 you improve your shooting by 10% from the 3, 10% from the free throw line. He's now a 50% shooter from the floor.
One reason is he doesn't take bad shots.
There you go. Shot selection, a key. Klay Thompson runner. That's over the Defensive Player of the Year.
He's not settling for jumpers tonight. He's getting into the lane. Nice dribble drive with the left hand, a little fadeaway, 1-footer.
The fadeaway 1-footer allowed him to escape the claw.
Well, yeah, exactly. The fadeaway, but he also got that right shoulder in so that Leonard couldn't close on him and stay with him in rhythm.
So David West 12 for San Antonio. Steph and Klay 15 and 9 respectively for the Warriors. They're leading the way. They double Leonard down. Kyle Anderson flipping it in. So the youngster out of UCLA getting playing time here.
He can play.
Backdoor cut, Klay Thompson. Coaching Court Game Changer Awards presented by Levi's. With Steph Curry, Hunter Pence, and Stephen Vogt. Tara Vanderveer. I know Hunter Pence is here tonight.
Well, a lot of Curry's scores were in transition. And maybe not initially in the first moments of the shot clock, but they still did not have to play what you would call traditional half court. And the ball moved around, and he found the weaknesses.
Steph with the floater!
Over the top of everyone.
You always say, take that risk. The risk reward, and the Warriors are a risky team at times.
Yes, they are.
Knocked away. Kawhi Leonard with Draymond stealing it from him. In motion to Livingston, back to Draymond, and he missed the layup.
That's the best thing that happened with the sprained ankle of Harrison Barnes. Gave him an opportunity.
Rasul Butler answers in his own right. Think of the experience on the Spurs team. And now Steve Kerr's going to get a tee. Steve Kerr gets a technical foul. And will use a 20-second timeout. So the lead at 15, but the Butler 3 after Brandon Rush had pushed it to 18. The story in the points off turnovers favoring the Warriors 17-8. The points in the paint, Jim, 30-18 favoring the Warriors, despite West and Aldridge in an area where San Antonio should have the advantage.
Well, turnovers get you easier shots, and they're getting into the paint. They're getting fast break looks at the basket. They've even missed a couple of them we've seen. So it's all about pace of the game and transition.
What do you make of the Warriors' backdoor cuts where Livingston and Klay have been so effective? The ball movement's been nice.
That's the only way they're going to beat them in the half-court offense. If you just stay on the perimeter, they'll never let you get a good shot. They're going to run you off the three-point line, but they switch, they double-team. This is an excellent defensive team, and that's why you want to loosen them up by playing a little D. When you get those turnovers, those are just gift wrapped for you.
How about Kawhi Leonard shoots the tees, 88% free thrower. San Antonio, the 13-game winning streak. They also have broken their franchise record with 12 wins by 25 points or more. We're at the halfway point of the season. They're crushing teams, are the Spurs.
The Warriors duplicating that. How many a dozen games that Curry's ever had to play in the fourth quarter.
That's right.
In 44 games. Otherwise, he'd be out.
And he can put his mind to it and shut him down. So he's doing a fantastic job on LaMarcus. But you know that they're more than capable of coming back in the second half. We're going to need the same effort in the second half.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you. Thanks.
Because Draymond's a pit bull. Harrison Barnes has had a rough night turning it over to begin the second half.
Draymond is concentrating on defense so much, he's only taken 3 shots. He's not concerned about scoring tonight. He just wants to have the lead at the end for his team.
Aldridge had 1 field goal in the first half, opens with the jumper in the second.
Well, he finally took what they would give him. He's always trying to get to the middle. He said, okay, I'll just turn to my right shoulder. He's very effective with that. He didn't try to get closer to the hoop.
Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, Harrison Barnes, Draymond Green, Andrew Bogut for the Dubs. Shot clock at 5. Klay with a deep 3.
Danny Green was lucky. He laid off him there and didn't recover in time, but Klay missed it.
Kawhi Leonard from distance, 48% on the season. San Antonio opens with the first 5.
That's the first one he's taken tonight, Leonard, from three-point range. As I said, he's judicious now. Doesn't take bad shots.
Draymond with a tough post-up and stayed with it.
They finally double-teamed on Stephen Curry, made him pay the price. Does it from the side extremely well.
Leonard reversing and a foul. So Steph Curry becomes the focal point for every opponent. That's how San Antonio has put 3 different players on him, and what has happened against each.
Well, you can see that the most effective one is Leonard. When he finally switched over on the 2 points in 16 possessions, Parker Mills didn't bother him at all. But really, the game kind of changed there too for him with the possessions of Kawhi Leonard. If they'd gotten the same kind of steals and gotten to the open court, he still would be flourishing.
The other thing, though, Steph was able to drive around Kawhi and set up other players.
Absolutely.
And Leonard then can't guard at Draymond Green or at Klay Thompson because he's focused totally on Steph.
I thought he got to the spots pretty well whenever he wanted. He didn't score as much when he had Leonard.
So Kawhi Leonard now with a dozen, David West with a dozen.
But that last play they just ran a moment ago where he got a point-blank shot inside. It becomes a 4-on-3, might be a 3-on-2, and eventually a 2-on-1.
Jim Barnett, the small man always has the advantage over the big man.
Well, of course.
Curry 3, yes sir!
The best defensive team in the league. He's eating them alive.
An 11-2 Warrior run.
He's got 26 in 21 minutes.
Kawhi Leonard down the lane, and he's fouled.
Be careful, Draymond. He got a 19-point lead.
Here's the other issue with Draymond Green. You get suspended after 16 technicals.
Well, that's what I mean.
He already has 11.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Be careful. I'm not worried about his pocketbook.
But I'm saying you have half a season left. You're already at 11 tees.
I totally understand that. I'm with you 100%.
In 16, you start missing game checks and getting suspended.
That's why I'm making the appeal. He's got to understand that.
San Antonio, check back in, 33,
Boris Diaw back in. David West has been effective, 6 of 7 shooting, but he's not the facilitator Diaw is.
West only averages 6.5 points a game for him. Doesn't force the issue.
And getting the start with Duncan not playing.
We've got 8 players that play 20 minutes or more on this roster.
Kawhi Leonard hounding Curry, made it anyway!
You got to see this to believe it. He's beating 2 defenders.
The first 20-point lead of the night.
That was a confident shot, believe me. Utmost confidence.
Kawhi post up. Fade, fire, Bogut rebound.
Watch again.
That's Curry in rhythm.
Yeah.
He's hit back-to-back threes. This is when he starts to feel it. There's another one. And that was a heat check. You can tell when you watch Steph enough.
Oh, you can feel it. He's not going to move the ball.
Kawhi Leonard now with 16. Spurs will not go away, and there's a long way to go in this game. As Draymond is fouled, and Parker just picked